And we are back here on TNA Thursday Night Impact on AMC. We are bracing for a matchup between two men who've been at each other's throats since No Surrender.
There's only one thing I ain't never seen. Boy, I seen a lot of things. I done seen a lot of places.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Pioneer City, Maryland, weighing in at 333 pounds, AJ Francis.
Tonight, AJ Francis is sporting gear in honor and inspired by the African-American flag for Black History Month. We here at TNA Wrestling are proud to always celebrate Black history.
And what better way to do that with Black excellence personified, baby. AJ Francis, first class, all the way.
AJ Francis had a bit of a fool of himself at No Surrender, and as well, last week on Impact, you have to agree he crossed the line with Steph DeLander and Mance Warner.
I mean, you always take your life into your own hands when you insult the spouse, the partner of another person. He learned that firsthand.
And his opponent, accompanied by Steph DeLander, from Bucksnor, Tennessee, weighing in at 220 pounds, Mance Warner.
Steph DeLander sporting a Nashville Predators jersey. Mance Warner has some Predators-inspired face paint right at home here in Tennessee.
He is indeed the Southern Psycho, and he's gonna have to bring all of that to the table as,
AJ Francis went right after Mance Warner, and this match is underway.
And let's not forget, this all started when AJ Francis decided to join us for commentary at No Surrender. As Mance Warner was taking on then Mike Jackson and ended up showing respect to the legend, Action Mike Jackson.
And AJ Francis was stunned to see that choice by Warner and DeLander after the matchup. Instead of the two of them assaulting Mike Jackson, you and I were pretty surprised as well. But
absolutely.
I think Jackson earned Warner's respect. Warner dives back inside and resets the 10 count. Francis ran his mouth at No Surrender. I'm not going to repeat what he said to Steph DeLander because it was extremely crass.
Look, I'm all for AJ Francis and how he conducts his business. You know that better than anybody, but there are lines you have to be very careful about crossing. And Francis, he might be learning that right now.
And Warner and DeLander went looking for Francis last week in his personal locker room where Francis had some company. Francis took umbrage with that. A brawl broke out. Oh, we got a brawl on our hands here in Nashville.
This match has barely had a chance to properly start.
And the bell technically rang, so it is underway.
Yes, but it has been all brawling ever since. Look at this, toss right off the top of the steel stairs to the outside there from Francis.
Warner and Francis back inside the ring per our referee. The match can continue. Don't forget, still to come this evening, the TNA Hall of Famer, Mickie James, in Ash by Elegance will meet face to face. Also, Jada Stone, having seen what went down in the first ever Guitar Case casket match last week between Elijah and Ali, Stone looks for some payback against Tasha Steelz of Order 4. Meanwhile, in our main event, the Hardys and the Righteous will team up against the new regime of the system. And still to come this evening, I have the responsibility of conducting an interview with Steve Macklin, who no longer works for TNA Wrestling. Macklin is set to explain his recent transgressions against the TNA World Champion Mike Santana.
Gonna be all right.
Match continues.
All right.
Francis and Warner.
Francis now has the advantage in his favor, and how apropos for a little bit of Tennessee whiskey here in Nashville.
Oh, Francis, do not do this.
Bold move to go back to that well.
I was gonna say, if Warner doesn't get him, Steph will.
I mean, we've seen it before. She ain't afraid to fight herself.
Oh, jawbreaker there. Warner, big shot there to Francis. Off of the ropes in that boot, able to take the 330-pounder off his feet.
What a rally here from the Southern Psycho.
Straight right hands here by Warner. A little bionic elbow action right to the dome of AJ Francis.
But Francis still standing here. Gonna have to go to the well once more.
Oh! To the eyes. The referee warning Mance. Face first into the canvas.
That'd be enough.
There's the cover, shoulders down. Oh, and a power out there by Francis.
Mance Warner here has an advantage over the much larger AJ Francis. But
oh, the TFL by Francis. Cover. Warner able to kick out.
Warner almost got split in half there.
AJ Francis, the former NFL defensive lineman, unloading on Warner and now grabbing a steel chair.
Backing off Steph DeLander. AJ Francis may not care about the sanctity of this matchup.
Oh, now DeLander trying to disarm Francis. Oh, and the steel chair right into Warner's hands.
Now it's Warner who may not give a damn about the rules. He has it before.
Oh! The steel chair right to the midsection.
And Mance Warner doesn't care.
AJ Francis has insulted Warner's wife, Steph DeLander, too many times. Francis had this coming. Oh my God!
Mance Warner more than happy to dig into his own bag of tricks to fell AJ Francis.
Here is your winner by disqualification, AJ Francis.
Absolute madness here. Something tells me this is not done between these two.